Hello and welcome to this video. In this video I will show you how you can receive invoices via mail that get automatically added to the Melasoft portal. So sometimes you get an email like this one. You get a PDF, but they didn't send it to your email inbox with the correct, let me check, to the right email address. Your invoice email address. So instead, what you can do is you can use make.com to automate this whole process. So when you receive an email like this, invoice, test invoice for example, or invoice in the subject line, you can automatically send this email directly into the Melasoft portal. Let's start. So what you can do, let's begin with make.com. Pretty easy. You just log in or you create an account. I already have an account, so I will log in. Let's give it a second. 1 second. Oh, great. Now I'm logged in. And this is the dashboard you see when you first log in. Let's create a new scenario. That's how you create flows. Awesome. Now, depends on what email software you're using. You can select Gmail or you can select Outlook. I will do it with Outlook today. So what we will do is we will get a starting point, which is watch messages. So let's see, let's select a folder. This is the inbox folder. It should check all the inbox folders. Let's keep it to 1. Great, and I already did a connection, but you can easily create a connection with but that will automatically get verified via the Outlook API. So let's click on save. Yeah, from now on, that sounds good. Now, let's go back to our Melasoft portal. Normally you don't have one at first, but you can create one. You can give it a name. I named it my test company invoice. Let's copy this email address and go here. Now, it watches for messages, right? And then it should directly send an email to the Melasoft portal. So what we will do is select Outlook again, then forward a message, right? Manually, yeah, I want to add it manually, and recipient should be this one, and this is Melasoft invoice. Perfect. And the message ID, it will get taken from this one, so message ID is message ID. Awesome. Comment, you don't need to add a comment, but if you want to, you can. Let's click save. So now it should work. Like every time an email comes in, it will forward that message to the right email address in the Melasoft portal. But what we can add as well to make it a bit more secure, and so it doesn't fail all the time, is we set up a filter where we can sort subject line. So what we can do is that in the subject line that the first module receives, we can press we can press subject line, and then contains. Then most often the subject line contains invoice, or let's add again subject line should be contains, let's say, receipt. Awesome. And or other ones in your language, you can choose what should be filtered out and what not. And let's press save. So now it should work. Let's try it. Let's do Outlook, new message, right? We will send it to my email again, so from my email to my email. And then we do invoice, as we are filtering by invoice name, or receipt. Should not make a difference, but if none of these words are used, then it will fail. And let's go to attachment. Let's go into browse this Mac. Let's add test company. Great. Perfect. So test company is in the invoice. In the subject line is invoice and receipt. Just say Let's send it. Boom. Awesome. Let's press run once. Oi, it failed. Because it's a small letter. Let's check invoice. Yep, it's an invoice. So I did a mistake, it was invoice, but it should have flowed like this. So if we take the message ID and run this module as well, boom, awesome, to receipt. Yep, great. Now, if we refresh, 1 second, as you can see, it should have gone in here. Let's do a refresh again. Yep, now we see it. This is the email that I sent earlier. So when we have set up the correctly, can be a big, you can add more as well, but if we go to, yeah, but let's say, for example, so now every email that has invoice receipt will automatically get into the Melasoft portal. But what we can do to enhance it even further is that we, let's say we add a module that is called router. Great, awesome. And let's unlink this. Sorry, wrong button. Unlink and add it to this one. Perfect. And we will add another one. Unlink. We will add another Outlook and get the list attachments correctly. The message ID is of course the one from the what email it received. So let's go limit 1 should be good. So now it goes from, it sees an email with the name invoice, it should filter it. Let's do it simple. Subject should be invoice. Perfect. Let's keep it simple for now. Now we can add another one, but let's delete the filter. We don't need it. We don't need the filter. Let's go boop and okay. Now we still have a filter, which we should not have. Unlink. Let's keep it simple like this. Perfect. Now an email receives, attachment sends, it splits it up. This is the first one that runs, so we can do a Google Drive. Awesome. Let's say we want to add the PDF as well. We will add it to the Melasoft portal, but we also want to archive it in, let's say, S4HANA or a Google Drive. Let's do that. Upload a file. Awesome. That's my Google account. You need to add a connection as well. Let's say select from list my drive. Let's go make invoice. Perfect. That's a folder I've created earlier. Super. File name invoice, and then you can add some special things like now.pdf. Great. Now we need to, because the attachment is in a base 64, what we do instead is that we go to formulas, binary functions, and go to binary. There we can add, as you can see in this example, we need the binary code and then what format it is. So let's do 6864. I don't believe we have run the module yet. So if we, let's see, list attachments, content bytes. That's the one. Perfect. Save. Awesome. So what happens now is that we can test it. Let's just test it. It's the easiest way to do it. And let's do with to my email address again. Subject invoice, this time small because I set up the filter with a small I. And add the attachment. Great. Browse this Mac. Let's take the test invoice again, send it. Great. Run once. Let's see, did not get it. Let's see. Yep, and now it got it, and it's adding it, and it's sending it. Look how great. So what happened? It got the message with the content bytes. That's the PDF image. It added it to the Google Drive. Let's go. Yeah, automatically shows up here. Let's see if it, when it done compressing, it will show up, but as well has at the same time added it to the Melasoft portal. So if we go back to invoice, inbox, and now we can see the invoice again. Awesome. And yeah, so that is how you can automate the whole flow from receiving an invoice or receipt, getting the attachment, uploading it to a file server or SAP or Salesforce, what you choose, and as well send the email to the Melasoft portal if a customer forgets to add your invoice email. But that is how you do it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.